Good morning, everybody. So I want to talk about the Sacred Heart of Jesus. So I'm going to tell you something that you may not know, but the whole month of June is devoted to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And as Catholics, we've been doing this forever. Okay, so the devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus came about in like the 11th century, and people like Saint Gertrude, Saint Mary never say her name right, Alacoque, a French saint, Saint John Eudes, I think is how you say his name, Saint Francis of Assisi. We have been honoring the Sacred Heart of Jesus for centuries. And in the wisdom of the Church, the whole month of June is devoted, not speaking very well this morning, devoted to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Did you know that? Turn on the TV. What is our world celebrating? Not Jesus. So I say this for two reasons. Number one, that's what we do as Catholics. And if we don't know about this devotion, we should. I know I put in the bulletin this weekend a link to really help us to find out more about where this came from, what it means, what it offers. Ultimately, it offers a closer relationship with Jesus Christ, right? So the other thing is that the bishops have asked all of us to pray on Friday, which is the Solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, the Litany to the Sacred Heart. This is in reparation for all of the ways that our sin as a world dishonors Jesus, blasphemes. We don't use that word very often, do we? I have a feeling we're going to be surprised when we meet our God, how many times that happens, even in our own life. Something that we've said, something that we've done. So the bishops have asked that we pray the litany on the Solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, which is Friday, the 16th of June. We pray this in solidarity with one another, knowing that we are not the only Catholic praying it, and that all people of goodwill have been encouraged to do this. I'll see if we can put a link, but for those of you who are my friend on Facebook, I already have it up. And may we honor the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Think about what the Sacred Heart image looks like. Jesus is his Sacred Heart. We look at the heart of Jesus, pierced and bleeding because of what the centurion did to Jesus in his death on the cross, or after his death on the cross. We look at the image of the heart surrounded by thorns, really reminiscent of the thorns that pierced his head when the crown of thorns was placed there. We see the heart inflamed with the love that God has for all of us, God in the person of Jesus Christ. We see at the top of the heart the cross that he was willing to suffer for you and me, for the salvation of the entire world. Thanks be to God for Jesus. This devotion, again, I think we get lost sometimes in the piety. But this devotion could and should lead us to a closer relationship with Jesus Christ. So don't forget what we do in June. Don't forget that we could pray that litany. Be pretty easy to find. It's on the USCCB. Pretty easy, right? USCCB.org. On their website, there's a link. There's a link to the letter from the Conference of Bishops asking us to do this, and a link to the litany. God bless you, my friends. It's almost the weekend. It's a chilly summer morning, so notice I have a sweater on, but it is summer. So get ready for the weekend, and I'll see you at Mass, and pray the litany.